What if schools could actually teach ambition? You know, the same way they teach algebra or history. Well, today we're diving into a pretty radical new approach that tries to teach kids the one thing that textbooks almost always miss: real world, honest to goodness responsibility.
So here's the big challenge, right? In a lot of modern families, we've gotten so good at protecting our kids from any kind of failure that we might actually be protecting them from growing up, too. They can end up with this dependency mindset where they're so used to everything being provided for them that they kind of lack that internal fire to go out and create things for themselves. So the question is, how do you break that cycle?
Well, the solution we're looking at today is something else. It pulls together artificial intelligence, a full-on business simulator, and a very high-stakes financial promise. The whole thing is designed to jolt these kids out of that comfort zone and straight into a world of action and consequence. All right, so let's step inside this new kind of classroom. But I want you to forget everything you think you know about school. Forget the textbooks, forget the lectures. This is a hands-on training ground designed to forge character through real, practical challenges. Okay, first things first, let's get one thing crystal clear. Even though this whole program uses the world of trading as a tool, the goal is not to create a bunch of mini Wall Street traders. Not at all. It's about using a really simple, repetitive task in a totally controlled environment to build the one skill that is the bedrock of all success, no matter what you do. And that is unwavering discipline. So how in the world does this actually work? Well, the first part is set up like a game, a discipline game. But it's a game where the prize isn't a pile of cash, it's a proven track record of being consistent and reliable. The whole idea is called trading as training. And here's the twist. The system is set up to completely ignore financial results at the beginning. It literally does not matter if a trade would have made money or lost money. The only thing that matters is this: did the student show up on time and do the task exactly as instructed? That is the only thing being measured. And the process itself is deceptively simple. First, the student commits to a specific time slot every single day. They're using a demo account, so there's no real money at risk. Their only job is to click a button when an AI bot sends them a signal. That's it. But here's the genius part. That one simple action is tracked, and their discipline score gets ranked on a leaderboard against their teammates. This creates this incredible sense of competition and accountability. And the reward for being the most disciplined? You graduate from the fake money to managing the company's real money. So once that foundation of discipline is locked in, the program levels up. It shifts from just building individual habits to fostering collaborative responsibility. Suddenly, the students are part of their very own simulated company, where every decision they make has real consequences for the whole team. And this company of theirs is built on 4 key pillars. They have to learn sales because, a business has to bring in revenue. But even more important, they learn accounting, how to manage costs to actually create a profit. Then they learn the basics of investing so they can make that profit grow. And finally, leadership. And this is key. Leadership isn't just a title you're given, it's something you have to earn by proving you can get results in those other 3 areas. And this quote just perfectly captures that crucial lesson in accounting. So many businesses fail because even though their revenue is going up, their costs are going up even faster. The students learn that saving $1 on costs goes straight to the bottom line, straight to profit. But earning $1 new in revenue, well, that's still subject to a bunch of other expenses. That shift in thinking, from just earning to wisely managing, is a total game changer. And that brings them to one of the hardest lessons in the entire program. When it comes to making financial decisions, there is absolutely no room for emotion. It demands a level of cold, hard objectivity that can feel really uncomfortable, but it's essential for survival. This is where things get really tough. The students have to learn to separate personal feelings from professional responsibilities. See, in a friendship, you value loyalty, emotion, forgiveness. But in business, you have to value performance, objectivity, and results. They learn that if a team member, even if it's their best friend, isn't pulling their weight, they're dragging the entire company down. And making that tough call to cut your losses isn't about being mean. It's a vital lesson in leadership. Okay, I know exactly what every parent watching right now is thinking. This all sounds incredibly intense, maybe a little risky, but what about the cost? What's the catch? Well, that's where this zero-risk formula comes into play, and it's pretty clever. So the program makes this unbelievably bold promise. They guarantee, contractually, that the child will be able to earn 200 million Vietnamese dong within just 9 months. Now, this isn't some marketing gimmick. It's a real commitment that their entire financial model is built on. Which brings us to the big question, right? With a guarantee like that, somebody has to be taking on the financial risk. So who is it? The parents? The kids? The company? The answer is a really smart piece of financial engineering. So let me walk you through exactly how this financial safety net works. First, a partner bank puts up the program fee in the form of a loan. Now here's the critical part. The child is then given the chance to work for 3 months to earn their own money to pay the interest on that loan. So right away they have skin in the game. Meanwhile, the principal, that main loan amount, is held by the bank and is fully guaranteed by the program's own company. You see, it's a closed loop. The end result is that parents are completely shielded from any financial risk, and the kid learns what it's like to earn their way right from day one. So, when you put all of these pieces together, the discipline game, the business simulator, this whole zero-risk formula, what's the ultimate goal? What's the point of all this? Well, it's about something much bigger than just one kid's experience.
What this really is, at its core, is on-the-job training for life itself. It's about giving young people a chance to learn by actually doing, to fail in a safe environment, and to build those real-world skills like discipline, financial literacy, and leadership long before they get thrown into the deep end after graduation. The big picture mission here is to cultivate an entirely new generation of young adults who are not just book smart, but also street smart. A generation that truly understands how money works, knows how to lead a team, and most importantly, has that internal discipline to turn their biggest ambitions into a reality. And that really just leaves us with one final big thought to chew on. We spend so many years teaching our kids subjects like chemistry and literature, but what if the most important lessons for a successful and happy life aren't found in a textbook at all? What if the ability to turn ambition into action can only be learned by doing, by taking on real responsibility, and by truly experiencing the consequences?